Hi, welcome to Behind the Scenes with Axiom Medical. I'm your host, Jason McWhinney. If this is your first time joining us, this is a bi-weekly interview series where we introduce you to the people behind the company that make it tick. We've now entered our second year, which is fantastic. It's mind-boggling, if you will. Um, we've interviewed everyone, a lot of people from all over the company in different walks of life, and we've interviewed nurses, we've interviewed operations people, marketing people, executives, so on and so forth. So it's been a great journey. I have a great guest that I'm going to introduce here in a second. Kevin Blomstedt, who's going to tell us about his life at Axiom and prior to that, and all the good stuff that makes up Kevin. Before that, I would like to share with you. We have a webinar coming up tomorrow. It's a pretty important webinar for us, and I think for society as a whole. It's called Suicidal Tunnel Vision, No Way Out. We've got a webinar tomorrow that you can register for free. I just dropped the comment in into the comment section, a link to register for that. So please join us for that. That'll be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my next guest, is Kevin Blomstedt. Kevin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today, Jason?
I'm very well. It's fantastic. I'm up in my hometown, which is behind me here. I've been here for a few weeks, and I'll be here for a couple more weeks, and then I'm back down to the sweltering, sweaty Texas. So it's been nice. It's been
Yes,
in the 70s here.
very nice then.
And where in the country are you?
I am in the Woodlands, Texas, not far from our office, actually, about 5 minutes
That's
away.
great.
Yeah, very
Fantastic.
convenient.
And for the people out there that aren't familiar with the Houston geographical layout, there is a town north of Houston called the Woodlands, which is aptly named. There are trees all over the place. It's there.
Yes.
It's spotted with trees.
Yep. My family moved here back in 1980 when there was less than 10,000 people here, and now there's pushing 150,000. So tremendous growth in that time frame.
Wow, that is a lot of people. That's kind of like my hometown. Where behind me, this is. I was born in a town called Galt, which name-wise doesn't exist anymore. Back 3 years after I was born, Galt, another town, Preston, another town, Hesper, amalgamated into a town called Cambridge, and I was born in the Galt section, and so the growth from there was, I think, when my parents moved here, was 32,000. Now it's over 100 something thousand. It's the world we live in. We keep populating.
Yes, yes, we do.
So introduce yourself, Kevin. What do you do here at Axiom? What's your role? How long have you been here? So on and so forth.
All right. Again, my name is Kevin Blumstead. I've been with Axiom since May of 2020. So Axiom was just getting into the COVID part of their business. We called it CREA. So I was brought on as a temporary person, admin, back in May of 2020. Um, been here ever since. Have had a number of different roles. In August of 2020, they asked me, Axiom leadership asked me to be involved with the training of additional temporary admins that were coming on to help with our COVID services. My background is customer service, both leadership as well as training. So it was kind of a natural fit. I jumped at the opportunity. I enjoy helping others, training others, mentoring others. So it was definitely something that I was very interested in. So I started doing that in August of 2020. Moved forward a couple months to October. I was offered a full-time position with Axiom as well as being promoted to a team manager, which I happily accepted. I continued doing the training during that time frame through January of 2021, where I handed the reins of the training over to a couple of other people and just took over my full-time responsibilities of being a team manager. Um, Move forward a few months to May of 2021, and I was given the opportunity of helping to develop a new team here at Axiom called the Administrative Case Coordinators, or ACC for short. Basically, that team, I helped choose the people, come through the work through the workflows, our procedures and processes, helped write the training, and have been going strong ever since July 11th of 2021 with the ACC group. basically it is a group of admins. I have 9 people that report to me that we do the administrative tasks for our injury and intake case managers or case nurses. We do the faxing, the calling of clinics, calling the employees, calling the client leadership. So everything that the nurses were doing that was administrative, we've taken over for them so that they can concentrate on first aid measures and helping our clients' employees get back to work, whether it be to an injury or some type of illness, work related. So um, I've had a well-rounded time here at Axiom. I enjoy Axiom. I work with a bunch of great people here at Axiom. So in a nutshell, that's where I am, what I've done, and hopefully continue to grow here at Axiom as well.
Well, looking at your trajectory, I'm sure next step is you're probably going to take over Jordan's job, and then you'll be president and CEO. So Mark Robinson, sleep with one eye open. Kevin's coming for you.
If only it was that easy. If only it was
Right.
that
If only
easy.
it was that easy.
No, I've learned a lot from the people I'm working with, so I definitely want to continue my career here at Axiom. Um, I, with my age, I'm typically older than most of the people I'm working with, so I guess they can kind of look at me as a father figure. I do have a lot of background in customer service and different experiences, some good, some bad. So I definitely bring a new look to the table and can definitely offer some different perspectives than maybe what people are used to. So I enjoy that role. Like I said, I enjoy mentoring people and helping others. So whether it be within the company or outside the company.
That's great. You mentioned that you're older. I'm actually younger than the entire marketing team. I just turned 20 last week. So check me out on TikTok, kids. Uh, Dara says, so you've been a little busy at all? Oh, so you haven't been busy at all?
Oh, not at all, not at all. Plenty of time to just sit around, twiddle my thumbs, and watch the grass grow now that we've gotten some rain.
Oh, that's fancy. Yeah, I hear it's raining. It's been raining quite a bit in Texas, especially the Dallas area got some bad flooding last week, apparently.
Yeah, they did definitely. But we've had rain pretty much every day for the last 4 or 5 days. So the grass that was completely brown and we thought was dead is green and growing and having to be mown. So it's a nice change of what it's been all summer up until this point.
Yeah, and for those people that aren't familiar with life in South Texas, um, usually when the summer rolls around, you don't have to cut your grass because it's dead. And if it rains a lot, obviously, you have to cut your grass. So apparently, a lot of people have been cutting your grass. Oh, Darren says
Is
20. Ha.
either that or you spend all your paycheck watering your grass, so you're spending it on your water bill, so it does look pretty and green.
Yes, yes. There you go. Well, Holly jumped in to say hi, Kevin.
Hey, Holly, how are you today?
So tell us about your life prior to coming to Axiom. What you were doing, and what led you to us. Yeah, just give us a little bit more background on you.
Sure. Background wise, pretty much customer service. I've got 30 plus years of customer service, whether it be call center, supervisory experience, leadership experience. So, um, in all types of different areas, I've been in inside sales, outside sales, distributor, wine and spirit distributor sales. So that was definitely had its own perks to it. Um, but the reason I'm in customer service is I do enjoy helping people, whether it be with internally within the company or outside. So, what led me to Axiom is I kind of got caught up with in COVID. The company I was working for just prior to coming to Axiom um, basically shut down, or didn't shut down completely, but let a large portion of their employees go. I was new to the company, so I was one of the first ones that got let go. Um, I was looking for something again, customer service related. Um, Axiom, I had heard about it, got some information on it, found out that it was literally within my neighborhood or just down the street from where I live. Was very interested in it, interviewed, offered a position, and the rest is history, as they say. So, have enjoyed every minute of being here. It's had its moments where the surge in COVID has happened a number of times, and that has been interesting to say the least. But we've made it through and continue to grow, and I continue to learn and grow as well as an individual, and that's what's important.
True. Yeah, growth as a company and individually is definitely important. We're big proponents on that in the marketing team, always trying to learn different things. It's part of what we're supposed to do anyways, but growth is definitely a key element to things. So when you're not at Axiom doing a bunch of different roles and climbing up the corporate ladder, where can we find Kevin?
Well, I've got a 15-year-old son who plays baseball, so typically most evenings and or weekends are centered around something to do with baseball, whether it be practices, getting him to workouts, going to tournaments, traveling to different tournaments. So typically, I don't have time for me. My wife and I spend our time driving him around. Hopefully, he'll have his driver's license here within the next couple of months, and we won't have to be responsible all the time for getting him places. But pretty much most of my time outside of work, both mine and my wife, is spent getting him to and from baseball related activities, which we enjoy.
And
We
that could,
don't get me wrong. We love the baseball. That we live for that. We love going to the tournaments. But that's literally all we've done probably for the past 6 or 7 years since he's really gotten into the baseball.
oh wow. Yeah, and it's I mean, even just playing somewhat local baseball where my parents and my brother's family live. There are a bunch of neighboring cities, and my nephews have played all over in those neighboring cities. But they have a similar story for hockey. I mean, they're having to travel like 12 hours north of here just to play hockey, and that's as Seth Wood says, travel baseball is no joke.
No, it's not. We've been to Florida the past 2 years for a World Series tournament down in Fort Myers area, which loved going. Rained every day, of course. But and then we play a lot of local tournaments here. I say local, Houston area, but also throughout the state of Texas. And I believe we're going to be going to Louisiana this fall to play in a couple tournaments. So it's fun. We don't get me wrong. I make fun of it, but we do enjoy it. And he's good, so he's wanting to play in college. So this is means to an end, so to speak.
That's great. I was with my brother, my sister-in-law, my two nephews, my sister-in-law's father and brother at the Jays game on Monday, and there was a home run that landed 2 rows in front of us. So we made it on the news, the game on
Nice.
Monday. So we're a big baseball family. We love it. My nephew Robbie still plays. My nephew Colin is in university now and not interested in continuing baseball, but it's a great sport. We got a question here from Holly who says, which dance moves best describe who you are? The Macarena, two-step, fax machine, twist and shout, disco inferno, or it's the water fountain,
The sprinkler, yeah.
yeah, sprinkler. Sorry.
I would probably say the two step, simply because in Texas, I grew up listening to country music. I grew up learning the two step and dancing the two step in college and since college. So I would definitely have to go with the two step.
There you go. You got your answer, Holly. I'll have to admit that I've been in Texas a little over 18 years. I still can't two-step. I'm more of an interpretive free dancer.
There,
I,
there's
I
nothing
I
wrong
can't
with that either.
I can't count and dance at the same time. One, two, three, one. Is it 1, 2, 3, or how do you two-step? What's the count in the head?
I To be honest, I just do it. I don't even think about the count. It kind of happens. I guess I've
So it's
done it long
I
enough
mean,
and enough to just do it.
there you go. Well, maybe one of these years I'll figure it out. Holly responds and says, "Love it." So what does the future hold for Kevin outside of here? You and your family going, besides any baseball related things, you going on any holidays? You got anything
Um,
on the future lined up?
Not really. I have family that here lives here locally, literally 10 to 15 minutes away. My parents and my wife's mother lives literally just down the road. So we don't have to travel for holidays. Typically, we have Christmas at our house, Thanksgiving at my parents' house. So there won't be any traveling other than 15 minutes, 30 minutes round trip for that. Would like to get up to see my sister in just outside of Cleveland. Hopefully, maybe during the fall or after the first of the year sometime. But other than that, really the only time we travel is for baseball. So we'll see. Maybe we can do some other trips that aren't baseball related after the first of the year, but otherwise it's typically baseball related for us.
And that's okay. It's great. I don't know your son, but I'm sure he's pretty happy to have very supportive parents that will take him around to various baseball things throughout the country. I think that's fantastic.
We like
Seth
to think
says,
so. We
sorry, go ahead.
just saying we like to think so or hope that he thinks that as well.
As a 15-year-old, I probably never picked up on it, all the supportive things that my parents did until later, but it'll come. It'll come around.
Yeah,
Seth says, slow, slow, quick, quick. I guess that's for two-step. You go slow, slow, quick, quick.
that makes
Sounds like a
sense.
Pixies song. So any closing comments, any words of wisdom, some dropping jewels of wisdom that you want to impart with people before we take off?
Don't forget to smell the flowers. Take time for yourself, definitely. I've been involved in companies in the past where I was up at 4 a.m. working till 8 p.m. and it's not healthy. It's not smart. I've learned the hard way not to get pulled into situations like that. I'm very blessed to be working at Axiom, working virtually even. So I'm at home when my son gets home from school. I'm able to get off work in time to get him to his workout. So it is a blessing in disguise working virtually. It's something I hadn't done until May of 2020 when I went to work for Axiom. So definitely blessed to be able to do that. But definitely take time for yourself. Um, don't don't lose out on time to spend with your family. Don't lose out on time to take a moment for yourself. That it's great spending time with family, but to be happy with your family, you have to be happy with yourself as well. So I've learned that again the hard way, but I hope to live that on a daily basis going forward and have been for a while now. So just remember to do something for yourself, um, even if it is taking 5 minutes and meditating or thinking about something that you haven't thought about, or like me, I like to drive. I used to be in outside sales, so I got used to being behind the wheel. That to me was my time. I could think through things. I could sing. I could do whatever I wanted to do. But it was nice to be able to do that. So instead of driving now, I log into work a little bit early. Um, get ready to go for my day and just take a few minutes to think about things and contemplate things, and then at the end of the day I do the same thing. So working for Axiom allows me to be able to do that, um, and I couldn't be happier to be involved with this company and work with the people that I do and be able to work virtually the way that we do.
Wise words. There's a lot of wisdom in there. I know to touch on some of those, for me, my family is roughly 1,800 miles from where I live, so getting to see them is usually a yearly thing. My in-laws' families, thankfully, are in Dallas, so that's just a short drive from Houston. But my birth family, the all of them, they live up here near Toronto. So getting time to hang out with them is I try to make the most of it. It's fantastic. And you talk about getting out and taking a break or whatnot. Our Dr. Les Curte, our senior VP of behavioral health, he's got some thing he always says. I get up in the morning, I put my shoes on, and when I need a break, I've got a park across the road. I just go out for a walk. Some people may not
Yep.
have parks across the road, but you can always, well, if you can, get out and walk. And we get into these tunnel visions where we're like, no, we got to do this, we got to do this, and then you take a break and go for a walk somewhere. You realize the power that has, and helps you kind of think straight and get through some of the problems. So that's great. Well,
definitely.
Kevin, thank you so much for taking time today to talk to me and let everyone know who you are, what you're about, how how you came to be at Axiom, and what you got planned for the future. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it. And with that, we will bid you adieu.